Hey y'all, so I'm back today. I wanted to come to you outside and talk to you a little bit about this dating pool. Y'all say it's full of piss. Is it though? Is it really full of piss? I don't know. So, about, what is it, 2021? So about 6 years ago ish, my husband slid into my DMs and said, "How art thou?" Very corny, but I was like, "I art well. How are you?" And from there, it just kind of took off into a life of its own. Now, a lot of my family thinks that I met this man at the club or after the club or something. I don't remember what lie I told, but at the time I was newly divorced and just kind of dating, dibbling and dabbling, talking to people. But I did not meet him in person. I met him on that blue app called Facebook, honey. And at the time, people were like, people be in your DMs on that bullshit. Well, he was not. He was not. Slid in my DMs. We started talking, and he tried to disappear on me for a while. But I was like, "Sir, hey, how you doing? I'm here still, so you can text me again whenever you get ready." And I think he appreciated that I didn't lose my shit because he disappeared. Because we were both on opposite sides of the world. He was in Georgia, I was in Texas, so it didn't make sense to try to keep in constant communication until we knew what it was gonna be. But he came to Texas to visit from that dating pool that y'all call piss. He swam through. Came to Texas, and we took a road trip to kind of get to know each other in San Antonio. Y'all stay with me. I'm gonna take you on a bit of a, I guess, excursion through our relationship and how it kind of blossomed from sliding into somebody's DMs into a full-blown relationship, ups, downs, marriage, kids, merging, blended families, the whole nine. But yeah, stay tuned. But first, here's how some of y'all feel about dating.
My view on dating can be referred back to the analogy of shit floating in a pool. People present themselves as whole beings, sane, no emotional baggage. They're good, but what they really are pieces of shit. And whole shit, I might add, floating in a pool. So you know what happens to shit, whole pieces of shit when they float in the pool? It gets on everybody else. They spread all their dysfunction on everybody else. And that's the state of dating.
And that's why
the dating pool today is kind of like you bought a house and it has that old pool in the back that needs a little maintenance, a little crack, got the green water, leaves, branches, lizards. That's what it's like. You gotta put in a little effort to find something decent. It's a lot of expectations without anything to offer. It's a lot of people that can't hold a conversation. It's a lot of people that don't want to hold a conversation. It's a lot of what can I get from you versus what can I give to the situation. So it's not fun as a 35-year-old single just trying to make a way.
The dating pool is full of men that have an expectation for us as black women to love them like their mothers, which is unconditional, accepting pretty much everything that they dish out. And we're supposed to stick in there for a struggle sort of love. The only person who will love you like that is your mother. It's not our job to love you at the same level as your mom.
Okay, so that, I didn't know that y'all was out here in them streets like this, having that difficult of a time dating. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I always ask this question, and I always say, what are you looking for, or what type of, vibe are you putting out? And some of these ladies I know personally, some of them I know through social media. All of them in my head are my friends. So that's just, we're going to call these my homegirls. I don't know why the dating pool is pissed. I mean, Maybe it is now. I will say when I met my husband, my husband now, he wasn't then. When I met Irvin in 2014, 14, it was 14. I messed up the year earlier. I mean, there were like a bunch of crazies, and the guy that I was dating right before him, and then the person that I divorced, I mean, he was an asshole. Dude that I was dating right after my divorce seemed nice enough, but like, I mean, he might have been pissed in that pool that I got him from, because he seemed nice, but like, he ended up being just not a very honest person. He was a very fun person, a very, let's go hang out, let's go kick it person, but he just wasn't. He liked to lie. So I guess in that aspect, the dating pool was a little pissy. But when I met Irvin, like, I had to kind of shed my viewpoint on the dating pool being pissed, because like, shit, if I'm expecting pissed, then I'm gonna get pissed. So like, when he slid in my DM with that little corny "how art thou," my initial response was, but then I was like, everybody else like, what's up, babe? Or, what you getting into, this type of shit. Like, all these just very I know you questions, but you don't really know me. And his wasn't. It was very playful, very, respectful. So I was like, let me try something different. And so I think to get different results, and I'm not saying that these ladies have or have not done anything different, I don't know. But for me, to get a different result from this pissy ass dating pool, it was more about me doing something different than what I had been doing before, and responding differently to different types of men. Now, granted, Irvin was fine as shit. Like, I ain't never seen nobody with that many muscles. And so for him to be as polite as he was, and such a gentleman, and look the way he did, was also very new to me. So it was just like, am I being catfished? Is this a trick? But it wasn't being catfished. It's just, he was genuinely a nice person. But I also think it had a lot to do with the way I responded to him initially. I don't know. But I don't think the dating pool is pissed, y'all. I think you just got to answer your DMs. Yeah. I think you just got to answer your DMs. I don't think it's pissed. I know some of y'all be like, I don't want to talk to nobody out of my DMs. But you should, though.